What's going on, Washington fans? I don't even know where to start with this. To the coaching, to the players, to everything, to the owner. Um, I don't know what to say. Everything has to be evaluated now. The quarterback has to be evaluated. The GM has to be evaluated. The head coach has to be evaluated, and you can see it on your screen. The Commanders do not put up a single point in today's game versus the Minnesota Vikings, and they lose 31-0. I thought we were out of these times, man, but this is a season from hell. This is a season from complete hell, and everything now is on the table if you're Josh Harris. Do you want to go in this direction with this team? Do you want to go in the direction of having a quarterback that is probably going to get injured every season? Do you want to go in the direction of having a head coach that gets his butt whooped by Shanahan tree members every single game he plays them? Let's just take a look at the games this year. LaFleur whipped Dan Quinn week 2. O'Connell just whipped Dan Quinn. O'Connell just put DQ in a blender, bro. O'Connell just killed DQ. He just wiped him off the mat. And it seems like when DQ goes up against a good offensive mind, he can't hold up. So there's a serious problem at head coach too. And when you have these type of performances, and not just one, multiple of these performances, there is a problem. So, yes, everything is up for the taking now. You got to worry about everything now. You got to evaluate the quarterback, the head coach, both, everything. Just not the owner, obviously. Make sure you guys hit the like button as you come on in. All of you in here, make sure you guys go ahead and click that like button. Make sure you guys go ahead and click that subscribe button. Need y'all to hit that like button, subscribe button would really help me out. Super chat goal is going to be 5 super chats. So if anybody could send a super chat, that'd be greatly appreciated. Kick the night off. Super chats are going to be the only positive part of my day, man, because that's the only thing that's going to help me today. This team doesn't help me. This team doesn't benefit my life. Commanders lose 31-0. Jaden Daniels didn't play half bad before he got injured, honestly. Didn't play half bad, but when he got injured, man, that's just like a moment where you just want to cry to yourself. Like, it's just, and then Ertz, the dude, the helmet, the Ertz play where the helmet just right into Ertz's knee. It's just nasty. Mariota is about to shed a tear. Ertz is sobbing his eyes out. Daniels is throwing his helmet. I mean, this season is just insane, man. This season is just insane. I just can't get over how bad this is. JJ McCarthy looked like Joe Montana today. JJ McCarthy looked like a competent quarterback today, and that is a freaking problem. Our defense arguably had the worst performance of the whole season. Everybody was trash. Everybody was trash. I don't even know where to go with this one. Again, everything has to be evaluated. Do you want to go into next season with Jaden Daniels as your quarterback, knowing that he might only play 8 games? He might only play 9 games. I don't think I'm getting ahead of myself here. I love the dude, and I think he's a star player, is Jaden Daniels, but he can't stay healthy. This is the top 2 worst performances I've ever seen my team play, honestly. Defense never improved under Dan Quinn. Let's talk about that. Defense never improved under Dan Quinn. I don't know what some of you were talking about, acting like this defense could get us somewhere, but they weren't. They played the Dolphins. And let's talk about how bad this Broncos defense or Broncos offense has to be. They must be terrible. JD5 looked bad and got hurt again. I hate this. I hate it here, bro. Um, more seriously, I don't regret it at all wanting Jaden to play. I don't. I think that was the right thing. I hope he's all right and he can play next week, to be honest with you. But I just don't know where to go from here. Again, I haven't seen this team play many games in my life, but I've seen them play a countless amount of seasons, and just hasn't been this type of a game. Like when you have these type of performances, it makes you wonder. Like it makes you think: Is this the right? Do we have the right people here? Do we have the right people here? Do we have the right people leading our program, our staff? Are these the right people? Is this the right quarterback? I don't know. Peters going and signing everybody to a 1-year deal, all these old guys. Yeah, I just don't understand. I, like this team is sorry, man. Again, that was one of the worst performances I've ever seen, bro. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We have 30 people in here. Let's try and get up to 20 likes on this stream. Hit the like button would really help me out. Hit the subscribe button as well. Make sure you guys all are subscribed. Everybody in here, if you're new to this channel, trying to reach 3,000 subscribers. What an embarrassing game, man. I didn't think we were gonna have this problem this year, but this is awful. So I'm gonna give you guys my early take on what, and I know we shouldn't be looking ahead to this, but I'm gonna give you guys my early take on what I think should happen here. You have to evaluate everything. First of all, I don't, obviously they're not gonna make any big changes at the quarterback position. You have to evaluate every position though. You have to evaluate every staff member as well. Okay, but probably not much is gonna change there. Like DQ is not getting fired. Although with all these bad performances, with this losing streak from going 3-2 to 3-10, there is a problem. You have to understand that. You have to realize that. You have to see what DQ is doing and question what he is doing. But at the same time, I don't think Josh Harris has the balls to fire DQ. I don't think Adam Peters has that either. So that's not going to happen. But they have to sit back and evaluate everything this year. They do. I think you give Daniels one more year. And again, some of you may think I'm exaggerating. Some of you may think I'm joking. I'm not. I think you give Daniels one more year to see what he's going to be. You build talent around him. You rebuild this roster like we said we were going to in this offseason, and you give Daniels one more chance. He played 20 games last year. Whoops. He played 20 games last year for this football team. He played a good amount of games last year. Like, this year, though, is just giving you, bad signals, bad signs. By the way, let me get to this super chat real quick. All super chats will be read before I'm done talking. So let me get to this super chat real quick. Anthony Perry, thank you for the super chat, man. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Again, really, really appreciate you. Thank you for helping out the channel, man. Like, really appreciate you. And you're an Eagles fan too. Like, you don't even have to. So really appreciate you, Anthony. Again, super chats, bro, are the only positive thing about this day. Like, just coming on here and be able to talk to y'all. I mean, y'all didn't do anything wrong. This team just screws us up every Sunday. This team ruins the Sunday every Sunday. But at least this wasn't another primetime embarrassment. Prayers up for my dude Ertz. Great pro. He's awesome, man. He's just a great guy, great individual. That dude's helmet right into his knee. That was nasty, man. That was nasty. I don't want to ever see anything like that again. Prayers up to Ertz. Love that guy. So I'll leave this super chat up on the screen. Again, if anybody else sends a super chat, that will be read immediately. But until that happens, we'll just wait, and I'll get to the rest of the comments after I'm done finishing and talking about this game. We're going to get into the stats soon, but Mariota comes in the game, and he doesn't look good at all. Daniels didn't play bad until that Andrew Van Ginkel pass. I mean, that was just awful. He didn't look that bad until that. So But injuries are going to be a problem in this dude's career, I guess. I'd give him one more year, see if next year goes the same way. He's going to have to seriously change his body this offseason, seriously do a lot of things different this offseason, and we'll see where he goes. But this was a embarrassing and disgusting Commanders performance. So this team is cooked right now. And it just feels like, I mean, last year, this team was making my Sundays. This year, they're just killing them. Let's look at some stats from this game and see who may have had a good game or not. And we'll talk about some individual players here. First of all, Jaden Daniels, 9 out of 20 passing, not good. 78 yards, 1 interception. I think he should have had 1 passing touchdown because Deebo Samuel just dropped a ball that was right in his hands early on. Let me get this super chat real quick. King Lewis, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate you. Thank you for sending the $5 donation. Again, really, really appreciate you. Thank you for helping out this channel. Thank you for supporting even when this team sucks right now. Really appreciate you. He writes, prayers up to Ertz. Again, great individual, great dude. Love Ertz, man. And I just wish the best for him. I think the reason that he was really crying like that was because he knew that his career was pretty much over. And you're not going to make a recovery back from that. So it sucks, but that's the way the game is, I guess. And that really sucks, though. That hurts, man. And then seeing Daniels throw his helmet after that, like that, this is a body bag season. This is a hell season. This is just, I haven't seen anything like this before. Make sure you guys smash that like button. We have 23 people in here. Let's try and get up to 20 likes on this stream. Everybody in here, make sure you guys go ahead and click that like button for me. And make sure you guys go ahead and click that subscribe button for me as well. If there's anybody in here that's not subscribed to this channel to join the family, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to this channel, trying to reach 3,000 subscribers. Again, any super chats are greatly appreciated. Shout out to Anthony and King Lewis for the super chat so far. Really appreciate y'all. Goal is 5 super chats on this particular show. Let's get back to the stats for this game. Back to what I was saying, Deebo Samuel, he should have caught that pass. He should have caught that pass. But he dropped it, and mistakes happen. So Mariota comes in the game, 2 out of 4 passing. That's pathetic. 30 yards, 7.5 on average, 1 interception as well. That was ugly to watch as well, but it's not Mariota's fault, honestly. I mean, what's he supposed to do? Chris Rodriguez, your leading rusher, 10 carries, 52 yards. Pathetic. He had good runs today, but looking at that stat, it's just pathetic, right? So what are you going to do, man? You got to find a running back as well. Add running back to the list. Got to find one of them. 7 carries for 32 yards for Bill in this game. Jaden Daniels, 4 carries, 16 yards. He looked like he was hesitating to run it at points, which I like. I don't want him to, to run it every time. We're trying to get him to sit back there and make those throws, right? But he ran it a few times and he had to. So wasn't mad at him for that. Terry McLaurin's your leading receiver, 3 receptions, 41 yards. Started off hot, but again, cooled down as this day went on. I mean, the offense had 2 possessions I think there was like 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and this offense was on their 3rd possession. You just can't give a kid in Jaden Daniels the ball 2 times, and the score is going to be 14-0. And you can't just give him the ball and tell him to score points, because he's going to have to score on every possession. He has to be perfect. It's not supposed to be like this, man. I mean, he didn't end up scoring any points, and that's just how it went. So, Deebo Samuel, 4 receptions for 27 yards. Noah Brown, 1 reception for 19 yards. Zach Ertz, 1 reception, 11 yards. Nobody had a touchdown on the day, as you can see. Bobby Wagner, your leading tackler on the day with 16. Quan Martin with 7 tackles. Mikey Samerstill with 6 tackles, who had a nice play on Justin Jefferson earlier in the game when McCarthy was trying to go deep. Let's look at the Vikings stats, and this is probably going to make some of you throw up, so there is a viewer discretion warning here. JJ McCarthy, 16 to 23, 163 yards, 3 touchdowns. It's just disgusting. you know, this this dude, you look back at some of his prior games, this past games, um, and the dude was just awful. And he was throwing picks and he was making so many mistakes. And as soon as he plays our Commandos defense, he just fixes it all. He finds a way through it all. And so this will make you sick. It really will. And it's just a hard thing to comprehend that this defense sucks. Dan Quinn cannot call the defense, and we're cooked, to be honest with you. Aaron Jones leading rush for them, 14 carries, 76 yards. Jordan Mason, 11 carries, 52 yards, 1 touchdown. Jordan Addison, 4 receptions, 62 yards. Jalen Naylor, 3 receptions, 30 yards on the day. Josh Oliver, 2 receptions, 24 yards on the day. Their leading tackler was Blake Cashman. Jalen Redmond was also a leading tackler for their squad. So those are the stats, man. Again, everything has to be evaluated. This offseason, Commanders take the L 31-0. Only positive of the day is going to be draft position. We are 3-10 at this point. 3-10. And so I don't really I don't care at all about next week. I don't care about the Giants. I said I wanted to win out. I said I wanted to win these games. I do not care if Marcus Mariota is playing in this game next week. I don't care. Like, I might not turn it on. JK, I'll turn the game on. But like, this is just, it's pointless, to even worry about this team for the rest of the year. So awful performance today. Performance that makes you question everything today. I've said that a lot this year, and that's a problem. That is a massive, major, huge problem that I'm saying that multiple times in a year. And this is a massive problem that we were actually 3-2 on the year, and now we're 3-10. We've taken 8 losses in a row. Dan Quinn said last week, we lost tonight, but we're not lost anymore. How is he going to back that up? How is he going to explain that? Because your squad came out here today and they look like trash, and nobody had a plan for the Minnesota Vikings. Nobody had a plan at all. It was awful today. And then again, you think to yourself, you don't have your top 2 cornerbacks. You don't have your top 3 edge rushers. Like, this season is just awful. We have Preston Smith out there rushing the quarterback. We have, what's his name? DeMarcus Walker out there rushing the quarterback. Heck, we have an international player out there getting after the quarterback. We can't get pressure. We can't cover. This team sucks. This team sucks. I look forward to next season. Or do I? I mean, do I look forward to next season? I don't know. Do I want to watch next year? Do I want to be invested next year? Because right now, I don't see the point. Is there a coaching staff to believe in? Is there a quarterback to believe in? Right now, I don't know. And I thought we had the guy. And again, love Jaden. Love Jaden. Love the way that he plays football. He is a star player when he's healthy. But I just don't know if he can stay healthy. I don't. This was the Commanders' first shutout loss since 2019. Eliminated them from playoff contention. It also extended their current losing streak to 8 games, the team's longest since 2023. Let's get to the comment section, see what y'all are talking about. Again, make sure all of you in here right now click that like button. Would really help me out. Make sure you guys all in here right now click that subscribe button. That would also really help me out. And make sure y'all send a super chat support. We're trying to get to 5 super chats tonight. We already have 2. Let's try and get to 5 super chats tonight. I would really appreciate any of those. And super chats are read first. So if you super chat, you'll jump to the front of the line of comments. Let's get to the comment section here. First off, I'm done. I don't know anymore. That's how I was feeling. That's how I was feeling after this. It's like, where do you go after this type of performance, man? I just genuinely don't know. I'm done, bro. I don't even know I'm done. Again, that's how I was feeling. We got cooked extra crispy. Yeah, man. We got killed today. By a quarterback that has played awful this year. Uh, again, it's just like it's just you sit back in shock. To be honest with you, you just sit back and you think to yourself, like, how did we get here, man? The roster sucks, the team sucks, the coach sucks, and we're back at square one at this point. So JD5 is not our franchise guy anymore. We are cooked. Everything. There's nothing good in our team. I thought he was the only good thing on our team, but again, I don't. And he still might be. I'm not trying to rule anything out. He still may be the solution. He still may be the answer at the franchise quarterback. He still may be the answer. But you got to think to yourself, man. Next year, do you want a quarterback that's going to play 8 games next year? Again, I'm giving him one more season. I'm giving him one more shot. I'm giving him one more chance. If he goes out there next year and gets hurt like he does this year, then we have a problem. But I don't know if we have a problem yet. I don't know. But we feel like we're cooked right now. So think it's all time to leave all professional Washington sports teams alone. They suck, man. Every team sucks. Again, I thought last year was the start of something. I thought last year was we were getting somewhere last year, but apparently not. Apparently not. I don't even know what this is anymore, man. This is just crazy. This is just crazy, dude. Um, I don't know. Make sure you guys smash that like button. I need all of y'all in here to click that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If there's anybody new to this channel right now, make sure you guys subscribe. Hit the like button as always. Appreciate y'all for joining me, man. It's a tough one. A season that, again, has just been hell. Capitals only team who's good now, and even they're mid. Yeah, I don't feel the need to talk about other teams, but yeah, you're not wrong. So I just don't know anymore. Again, me either. I've questioned everything at this point. I question the quarterback. I question the head coach. I question the OC. Um, you know, it's gonna be there's no vacation for Adam Peters this offseason. He's not going to the beach. He's not going to Myrtle Beach. He's not going anywhere to this year. He's not. He has to grind on this roster. Grind on this roster and fix it because he's the one who messed it up. From these dudes here in Landover to the Nats and the Wizards, bruh. Yeah. Yeah. It's just a bunch of losers right now. It's what I see. JD5 is not our guy. We need to draft someone else. Again, I'm not. I don't want to draft someone else yet. I don't want to think about that yet. But you got to think to yourself, man. Injuries could be a problem. Actually, I meant to put this up on the screen earlier. See if I can find this. I want to read this to y'all. I think this is very interesting. As demoralizing as an afternoon for the Commanders as you can have, there will have to be a lot of hard conversations about how to proceed in the offseason because you're getting worked by a 4-8 team that was going nowhere, and your franchise quarterback hasn't been able to stay healthy. I thought that was very interesting. Very interesting. Look, man, we have a problem on our hands. I need you guys to consider this from David Aldridge. Consider this. You want to sit back and be scared? You want to sit back and be scared? You want to sit back and be hesitant? So be it. But you're not going to get anywhere like that. Sometimes you have to have tough conversations, and sometimes you have to make tough decisions. You got to look into it, man. Let's go back to the scoreboard. Nats trash, Wizards ass, Commanders trash. Yeah, just all teams suck. So Shaking my head. That's how I feel. I don't know how else to react. This team sucks. And there's just genuinely no hope. At least we have an owner, right? There's just no fight today, no physical presence today, no nothing today. There was nothing. The scoreboard shows it. No one did anything today at all. I mean, this team, it's just like, where do you go? And now we're officially eliminated from playoff contention, and we're 3-10. Just a year later from at this time, what were we? Like 7-4, something like that. And I thought they were stringing something together. I thought we were gonna have something positive, but you play a 4-8 Minnesota team and it goes like this. You have to seriously look at everything. Over. Game was over at 3:40. Again, you gave your quarterback the ball twice. You gave your quarterback the ball twice when there was like 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Twice. What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? I don't know, man. I don't know about y'all, but I don't know. I don't know about the GM. I don't know about the head coach, and I don't know about the quarterback. I don't know. I don't know where y'all's heads are at or not. I don't know what you guys are thinking right now. But I am questioning everything. And I have my doubts right now. And I don't like what I'm watching. Because every week I show up and watch this team, it's a beatdown. It's a blowout. And my quarterback's either getting hurt, my wide receiver is either getting hurt, or something different's happening to just crush me. Nothing good has happened. Can we not have nice things around here? Can we not have nice things? Can we not have nice things as a fan base? Is there nothing good for us? Was last year a one-year wonder? And now we have to go search for a quarterback for the next 20 years. Search for a head coach for the next 20 years. Just like I went through. Is that where we're back at? Y'all tell me. Because what I've been watching shows me there's got to be tough questions asked. There's got to be tough questions asked. When you keep looking like this, when this product's on the field, when you're saying you're not lost anymore, and then you put a 0, an egg on the scoreboard, you have this type of performance, there is a serious problem. And I can tell you, this locker room is dead silent. This locker room is in disbelief. I'm questioning everything. I'm questioning my fandom at this point. And it's so crushing because I thought we had something last year, but now my quarterback is just labeled as injury prone. JJ McCarthy outplayed him. I told y'all earlier in the week, the one thing I can't handle, the one thing my soul can't take at this point is just to have a JJ McCarthy balling out on this defense. Him looking way better than Daniels. Him showing Daniels out. And I don't know if that's what he did, but he had 3 touchdowns. And it's sickening. It's sickening to be where we're at right now. You can blame it on the injuries. You can blame it on anything you want. But at the end of the day, when you look at the depth on this roster, there's nothing. You signed a bunch of fat and old guys to 1-year deals. And now you only have 32 guys under contract this offseason. It's time to prove something, AP. It's time to prove something, buddy. Or else your time is short. It's time to prove something because I have serious questions. Where's Sinnott at? Where's Ben Sinnott? He's a 2nd-round pick. Where is Ben Sinnott at? Mike Samerstill can't cover a fly. Can't cover a fly. Johnny Newton, not even out there half the snaps, not even on the field half the time. Don't even see him half the time. But he's a second rounder. Oh, but he's a steal. He's a steal. We weren't supposed to get him in the second round. He's a steal. Why did I buy into that BS? And now we just have a bunch of draft picks that aren't going to work out. And you can question the quarterback. That's the sad thing. You can question the first draft pick in that draft. Not because he sucks, not because he doesn't have talent, not because he's not a great guy, not because he's not a star player in this league, but because of the injuries. You have to seriously think to yourself how this could go if you let him continue to play. This is awful, and you've put yourself in a hole. This couldn't get any worse. So buckle your seatbelts. Buckle your seatbelts. And AP, there's no vacation this year, buddy. You better get to effing work. Terrible performance. Bro, JD was asked, no sugarcoating it. Again, didn't look very good. Sometimes he had time in the pocket and there was no one open. And then sometimes he missed a guy and there was no time in the pocket. Cliff was bad. DQ was bad. Like, all of them were bad. You got to think to yourself, man, what are we going to do? Jaden Daniels is a bust. Again, I'm not ready to say that. And again, I don't, he has talent. He's a star in this league. He can be a star in this league, but you got to fix your body, man. You got to be able to stay. The best ability is availability. I told y'all that. If he's going to play 8 games a year, it's not going to work out. But he's not a bust. I'm not going to call him that yet. Fire everyone, trade everyone. We need picks, but again, when you say trade everyone, okay, we want the picks. We want the second rounders, we want the first rounders. But can AP draft a good player, a competent player? Can AP draft a competent player? Has he done that yet? So when you think to yourself, oh, I want these picks, I want these first rounders, I want to trade back in this year's draft to get a second rounder that we don't have, are the picks going to work? Are you going to be able to cash out on those picks? Because AP better come out blazing hot in this draft this year. Blazing hot. Blazing hot. Because right now, his drafts look like a joke. It's just what I talked about. It may be decades before a win. Bro, I mean, I thought, yeah, watch us win next week. Watch us win next week with Mariota on the field. Does anybody care about that? I don't. But they'll probably play their best football next week. Defense will probably strap in next week and find a way to be competent. Oh, man. It's funny. Clean house. Again, not at a point where I want to clean house. But we're getting there. Not by the end of this year, but like next year, these dudes are on the hot seat. These dudes' seats are blazing hot. But if we're being honest here, are we even going to hire the right guys to right the ship officially? We rarely do, if at all. I'm not ready to clean house. I guess I don't really need to address that. But you can think whatever you want, man. I just shut JD5 down the rest of the year at 3-10. The division is unattainable. The Eagles can't even lose 9 games. Why would they play him now? It was for the locker room. You want to have a strong finish to the year. You did. But that was stupid. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I wish I had a GM that I could actually, trust to make these sort of decisions, and a head coach I could trust to make these sort of decisions. But I don't know if I do have one of those at this point. I don't know. So he lost a game for no reason, 31-0. That's crazy. Again, anytime there's a 0 on the scoreboard, where do you go from this? We're the worst team in the NFL, arguably the worst team in the NFL. Yeah, if we played the Titans today, like that might be close. That might be close if we play the Titans today. This team sucks. You don't know how much about how this game works. You're talking about getting rid of Jaden Daniels after next year is just stupid talk. All right, man. All right. I'll give you your flowers and I'll give you your credit if he decides to be a superstar and never gets hurt again. But do you want to have a quarterback that's going to play 8 games a year? I'm not labeling him as this. Do you want that though? Do you want that for your franchise? We're not getting rid of him after this year. We're probably not getting rid of him after next year. But you at least take a look at the position, man. At least take a look. I don't know. This season has given me a lot of questions. We're cooked, man. Only a miracle will save Jaden's confidence now. I mean, if he sees the field again. But yeah, we're cooked. This off season is going to be so long. It's just going to be long. It's going to be hell. When your oldest player on D is your best player on D, it's beyond over. This game made me want to puke. Yeah, everything from this game made me want to puke. To the turnovers, to the coaches, to the penalties, to the defense, to the long Vikings drives, the JJ McCarthy 3 touchdowns. I mean, there's numerous things I could point out here. That just really make you scratch your head about this team. When you show up and arrive like this, there's problems. There's problems. What are you doing, DQ? And you're telling me Tuesday night this week, I have to go and I have to watch Hard Knocks. And I have to watch this performance on Hard Knocks. But I'll be looking for some inside information. I'll tell you that. I'm looking for some inside information. What does DQ say in the locker room? I'll be looking for that, man, because there's no excuses. Awful. Again, awful. It was awful. There's no excuses. It was awful. Deafening silence in the locker room. Deafening. This is rock bottom. I thought the Cowboys game was rock bottom. I thought the Chiefs game was rock bottom. But this is rock bottom. If we would have lost, say we would have lost 31-24, Jaden stays healthy the whole game, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. But Jaden gets hurt, and you put up 0 points. 0. Like, what kind of game is this? What are you doing? I don't understand. Make sure y'all smash that like button for me. That would really help me out. Let's try and get up to 30 likes to the stream. Everybody in here, make sure you guys go ahead and click that like button. Everybody in here, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Any new subscribers are greatly appreciated. Trying to reach 3,000 subscribers. And we're close, man. We are close. Super chat goal is going to be 5 super chats for the day. We have 2 super chats out of 5 right now, so we need 3 more to hit our goal. So if somebody could send a super chat, that would be greatly appreciated. They help out the channel a lot. They keep the channel going as well. So we are lost. Yeah, we're lost. We are lost. I don't know why DQ said we're not lost anymore. We are lost. These type of performances show it. When JP Finley's taped in the locker room and there's not a sound. It's just deafening silence. We're lost, man. And DQ has problems. Another coach from the Shanahan tree dominates. DQ. Another coach from the Shanahan tree dominates. DQ. Belt. Belt. Do we want this as our head coach? I mean, last year, the defense was awful too. And so every year DQ's been here, the defense has been trash. And he's a defensive-minded head coach. And that's been the problem. Last year, Jaden just bailed him out. But this year, Jaden has been hurt and he hasn't been able to come on the field. And there's no him. So he hasn't been able to bail this defense out. Today, he wasn't able to bail the defense out. And nor should he have to. I mean, the dude gets the ball like twice in the first half or 3 times in the first half, and it's already like 14-0, and you're asking him to go out there and score a lot of points. You can't have a possession where you can't have a possession where you don't score. You can't have that. Like, come on, man. It's ridiculous. DQ speaking, let's see.
Injury for Zach Ertz, and that's hard, man. This guy is
listen to this for a little bit
in every way, and to see the frustration and emotion with that, all of us are feeling that. I'll have the imaging tomorrow, but I wanted to give you that update from an injury standpoint. And that said, ready to roll with you guys. Yes, yeah, that's what we're concerned about, and they'll go through the imaging tomorrow. But the early signals, John, aren't good, and let's hope for the best. But that the concern is that's a serious knee injury. You still want to see him more this year, but is there still a chance? Yeah, it's an important development time for him. Like, there's no zero risk game. We try to manage that. But for the development point of it, it's important. It was my decision to sit him. I just felt we didn't hit our space to be close like we wanted to be. I thought he had a really good, week, 2 weeks really practice, John. And so having the guys come back, I felt like, all right, this is another chance to take another step forward. And so when we didn't today as a team, I think all of that was a contributing factor, not one position or one play. Yeah, I've said the word, and I think it applies, continuity. And the reason I say that is find a battle rhythm together when you're doing things. We're primarily a 3-wide team, and then we, then play, the second personnel group for us is 2 tight ends. We played more of that this year just due to the injuries at receiver. But I think that's timing, flow, communication, all of that. But I liked how the practice week looked, having Noah back. That was kind of the one more piece we were getting into, and finding that continuity was big. So, like I said, I didn't see this coming. I thought it was a time to take another step forward. That's what my eyes told me at practice. And through the first drive, I liked what we saw. And then obviously just, fell out of rhythm, and they did not. And we got to make them to it. All the situations, the ball, the things that we said would be the deciding factors in the game, they were. We just happened to not nail them. Yeah, JP. Sorry. Good. Well, what do you think of the sequence play to the goal line? Looking back here, I think we had a big jumbo play. That must have been second down.
All right. That was DQ. A little bit there. Sounds like Jaden's gonna play next week if he can. He is. I mean, he has to win a game. He has to win a game. Has to. I mean, his seat is blazing hot and has to be. DQ has to be fired. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting close. Give him some grace. He has been out for 6 weeks. Jaden has been out for 6 weeks, but yeah. I'm I know what you mean, man. Can it get any worse? I don't think it can. I don't. Make sure y'all smash that like button as you join it. If you have not hit the like button, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get up to 35 likes on this stream, y'all. Make sure y'all like up the stream. Subscribe to this channel if you're new. 5 super chats is the goal. We have 2 out of 5 super chats. So let's go ahead and get up to 5 super chats. If anyone can send a super chat, that'd be greatly appreciated. Keep the channel healthy, keep the channel running. So let's finish this comment section out. I'll get to all of y'all's comments. If you want to jump to the front of the line of comments, simply send a super chat. That's how you're gonna do that. So we really traded places with the Bears. Yeah, but they had hope. They had hope at quarterback, right? I'm not saying we don't have hope with Jaden. I think Jaden, when healthy, is better than anybody in the 2024 draft class. But can he stay healthy? I don't know. Fire all the coaches. We'll see how that goes. Not ready to do that yet, but we'll see. That's the hard conversation. Yeah, the hard conversation. Yeah, we have to look at everything. We have to look at the coaches, look at the staff, look at the GM, look at the players. That's the hard conversation. You have to evaluate every position, every single position. Don't skip over that quarterback position. Evaluate it. That's the hard conversation. It's on Adam Peters to fix this team. He dug himself the hole. So you got to fix it because you're supposed to, the latest I saw is you're supposed to have 3 second-round picks that are hitting right now. You're supposed to have Johnny Newton, you're supposed to have Ben Sinnott, and you're supposed to have Mike Sanders still hitting right now and helping your football team. But they're not. They're not. So he dug this hole for himself. He signed all these guys to 1-year contracts. He didn't build any depth around this team. It's his fault. What'd you say? Okay, media going to. I'll get to those comments later. We do have a super chat here. Liliana, really appreciate you for the super chat. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for sending the $1.99 super chat donation. Again, really appreciate you. Thank you for your support. I'll get back up to these comments. See, where were we at? And then I'll just go down the line of comments until we're out. So, dude, I'm actually nervous about the draft. I don't trust AP, but we have money. What are we doing? Seems like Josh Harris don't even care. First of all, Josh Harris cares, obviously. I'm not worried about that, but I'm questioning, I don't know if we should, if we're going to trade back in the first round and try to pick up a second round pick as well, can AP fire on that second round pick, or is it just going to be a waste? I don't know. Second of all, no, we're not going to have a lot of money this offseason. We're not going to have a lot of money. You got to think about it. You got to pay Tunsil. You got to pay Luvu. You got to pay certain guys on this football team that you're not even taking an account for. And you're going to be down some money. I'll say that. It's not going to be where it is right now. You got to get some of these guys paid, man. Get rid of AP as well. Again, not yet. I'm not there yet. I'm not ready to do anything right now at all. I'm ready to have the conversations, though. I'm ready to look at it, though. But I'm not ready to actually take action yet. I'm giving it one more year. One more year. Maybe not for AP one more year. Maybe not for DQ one more year. But, for Jaden, let's look at it, man. Let's evaluate it. I don't know about him. And I hate my life for saying this, for doing this right now, but it's where we're at, man. I can't have a quarterback who plays 8 games a year. Again, the best ability is availability. That's what it is. So it's time to have serious conversations. That's for sure. Disappointed in Washington. I thought they would be better. I predicted a win. Almost all this fan base predicted a win today. We were lost, man. This game ended up being 31-0. It's outrageous, dude. Nope, we had our chance last year. That was a chance. That was year 1. You weren't supposed to do anything in year one, really. Um, maybe next year we find ourselves back. Maybe next year DQ works out. Maybe next year Jaden works out and doesn't miss a game. You know? Do you ever think about that? Maybe next year everything works out. Maybe next year there's no injuries. Maybe next year the draft picks hit. And that's gonna be the hope for these groups, for this group, for this guy, for these guys in the locker room. That's gonna be the hope, to be honest with you. Everything is in doubt. I agree. AP, DQ, JD5, all of them pathetic. Pathetic's a strong word, but they're definitely in doubt right now. They're definitely questionable right now. And they have a reason to be questionable. Questioning AP's draft picks, questioning what AP has done to this roster, questioning DQ, questioning, and this is crazy that I'm sitting here doing this right now. This is crazy talk right now. Last year at this time, we were talking about DQ being the coach of the year. Now we're talking about him being possibly fired. But if you lose the rest of these games on out, there will be serious conversations. I don't think Josh Harris has the nuts to do that, though. So, AP can't give 1-year contracts to players that are on their last legs of their career. Again, yeah, you got to have depth. These players have certainly not worked out at all. So, the offseason, Jaden needs to hit the weights hard. You got to build your body, man. You got to change the trajectory of things and how they're going. You got to change it. You got to change it. Can't have another season, like this next year. Can't have another season like it. Because next year, people will be where I'm at now with these injuries and stuff. You have to prepare yourself. You have to prepare yourself. This time will pass. I mean, you're like one of the only, hopeful people, but I don't have hope. I don't know if this time will pass or not. Again, I just talked about it. Maybe next year DQ works out. Maybe next year Jaden works out. Maybe next year all the draft picks hit. Maybe next year there's no injuries, right? But it's hard to believe that's going to be the case. It's hard to believe. So we'll see. JD5 questionable to return. He's not. He's going to return if he's cleared this year. Yeah. I don't want Jaden. I love Jaden, and I think Jaden's a superstar. Man, I think he has all the talent to be a superstar. But man, oh man, is there questions to ask? You can't be getting hurt this much, man. But again, I'm still going to give him time. Disgusting performance. I'm sick. What's going on, Lil C White, man? Yeah, disgusting. From start to finish, disgusting. 31-0. 31-0, man. No points on the board at all. Picks, fumbles, injuries, just awful. And the body bag season continues. RD made JJ look like Mahomes. He wasn't pressured all day and he looked like an all-pro. JJ goes up against a good D and he's exposed for what he really is. We did not make JJ do anything hard tonight. When I was looking at my screen and JJ was completing the pass, there was no commander around. There was no commander on my TV screen. Like, this defense is just awful. And to those of you who thought DQ would fix the defense, I don't know what you were thinking. Media going to talk so much trash about Jaden. Yeah, it's already started, and they can let him talk, man. Let him talk. But until he does something, this is a league where you got to prove yourself every year. Doesn't matter what happened last year. So let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk. All they want. Let him talk all they want. And he's got to go prove something next year. Is Jaden really the guy after this performance? Because lots of fans are asking that question after the game. Is he really that guy? That's the question fans are asking. Again, I'm gonna give him time. I'm gonna give him time. And I'm gonna see if he really is injury prone. But Dan Quinn did say Jaden Daniels could have returned in the game. So you're gonna see him out there next week. You're gonna see Jaden back out there next week. So we're gonna see. We're definitely gonna get, we're definitely going to get to see. But if this team's not going to play competitive football with Jaden, DQ and Jaden might be gone. It's the reality of it. Make sure y'all smash that like button on the stream. Let's try and get up to 35 likes on the stream. Make sure y'all smash that subscribe button as well. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. So everybody in here right now, if you happen to not be subscribed, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe. It's free. It takes 2 seconds. Really helps me out. So let's see. Steve writes, more often than not, JD had no time in the pocket. Yeah. You're not wrong. You saw no shots down the field while he was playing because the wideouts had no time to get down the field. Yeah. And a numerous amount of times there was pressure immediately in his face. I don't know if that's Cliff. I don't know if that's somebody missing a block. I don't know if that's Jaden's fault, but they were there. They were there right in his face. So you're not wrong, man. A lot of the times there was not even time to process anything. Or when there was time, nobody was open. That's my assessment. That's my early assessment. AP did draft a great player in Tunsil. Well, he didn't draft a player, but he didn't draft Tunsil. But 5th pick for Debo, you bet. Other than that, yeah, Tunsil, great move. Debo, great move. But you didn't draft those guys. So, not draft, sorry, traded for. Yeah, those were good trades. I mean, those were not bad trades to have. We could certainly use some of those picks right now, though. I don't understand why they blocked for Mariota, but not Jaden. I don't think we need to have that conversation. I'm not trying to, say any disrespect or anything, but I don't think that's the case. If anything, they're going to block for Jaden more. So I'm afraid that Zach has played the last game of his illustrious career. Yeah, he has, and that's why he was, so emotional. That's why he was crying so hard after the game, because he knows he's played his last game, right? And it sucks to see that, right? But he knows it, and that's the way it goes, man. It's not an easy sport at all. Not an easy sport. So, yeah, he knows he's played his last game. That's why it was so emotional. And it sucks. 0, yeah. This is gonna pain me for a while, just looking at this scoreboard. Just seeing this type of effort, this type of performance from my football team. It's hard. It is. It's very hard. To take this in. And I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this over the next few hours, but and there's really feels like there's no hope either. That's the problem too. There's no hope, right? I guess I'm gonna try to keep hope in JD5. I guess I'm gonna try to keep hope in DQ, but ultimately, when there's 0 points on the board and Jaden's active, there's a problem, bro. That's what I'm saying. There's a problem. Like, we can't just ignore these type of performances. So yes, when there's 0 points on the board, it is an absolute problem. It is an absolute problem. Sorry, my dogs are barking. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'll wait for them to calm down. I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, that's the problem. There's 0 points on the board. Jaden's active. Terry's out there. Like, we have the guys out there. We have the full offense out there. That's the problem. That's the problem. I'm going to try to keep hope in Jaden, though. I'm going to try to keep hope in DQ, though. I am. I'm going to try my best, but I don't know. Make sure y'all click that like button. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button. Let's see here. Are we trading our first pick to the Eagles or 49ers? We're not trading our first pick to anyone, really. I don't think they will. It would be a quarterback needy team if we're gonna trade our first pick to anybody. That's what I would assume. We're gonna be high up. I mean, after this loss, 3-10, we're gonna be up there, man. So that's the positive. It's a problem because he had all of his receivers. He did. He did. He did. Hey, bro, I said a month ago, and I know you didn't agree, but I believe it's time to move on from JD5. Again, and I still don't agree with that, and I still don't agree with moving on from JD5. I don't think he was terrible today before the injury play, but again, next year, like if he has these type of injuries next year, these type of performances next year, like there's questions. But again, I'm not ready to move on this early from him this year. Go Birds, for all Manders. Hey, I'll see you week 16, man. I'll see you week 16. I hope Jaden's playing. But shout out to y'all. Y'all are a real football team. Y'all have an aggressive, real GM. Y'all have y'all built your team. For us, we just got our GM. We just got our head coach. So we haven't had time to really build this thing. And that's just the truth. We're unsure about a quarterback now, and it sucks. But that was the last comment. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. I'm gonna enjoy these good football games. I'm gonna try not to let this team ruin my Sunday. I'm gonna try to enjoy these football games on right now because these are good games. Make sure I smash the like button on the way out. I need all of y'all to click the like button on the way out. Would really, really be appreciated. Make sure all subscribe to the channel on the way out. All of you in here subscribe on the way out. All of you in here, make sure you hit the like button on the way out, please. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back with some sort of content tomorrow, probably a update or something. If not, I might do a breakdown on why this was so bad. Some sort of content will be out tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled for that on YouTube. But for me today, that's going to do it for me. So, hail to the Commanders as always. Rough season, man. Body bag season. But just enjoy the football today. Just enjoy the football today. There's only a few weeks left. Let's look forward to 2026, man. Evaluate every position on this roster. What do we got? What do we don't have? So that's going to do it for me. Hail to the Commanders as always. I'll see you guys in the next one. And